6:45 on CKNW, talking with Jamie Scott, director of the Truth Party Project. So uh, I'll play along with you here. So okay, now we've declared all debt null and void.
Yeah.
Then what? Then where we go?
Well, assuming the Truth Party has been voted in wherever this has happened or everywhere, we give our voters insurance so that a politician can never lie to them again. Mandatory letters of resignation signed in advance. Anytime a politician is caught in a lie, either on the campaign trail or in their term, anything in regards to their official capacity, they're out. There's no reason for us to have a plan where somebody lies and our best option is to wait 4 years and then vote them out and bring in someone else. Don't think that any of these parties that we have voted for historically are looking out for our best interest, or they would have told us about the banking.
Well, I mean that's fine, but lying is an integral part of human nature, of human experiences. And how can you put that kind of test, that kind of make that kind of demand of people who are human beings? They lie.
Well, everybody lies in their personal lives, myself included. I'm not going to say I'm a saint. But when it comes to dealing with taxpayers' money, everything needs to be open and accountable. So there's a debate going on whether or not we should have access to MPs' expense reports. Mm-hmm. Every constituent should have online access to their MP's bank account, not their personal account, but their government account, and see where they spend every dime. They have no right to secrecy in regards to that money because it's not theirs, it's ours. And we can just let this trickle up. When a politician makes a statement of what he's going to do once he gets in power, that is his mandate, and that is what he should be able to do. Anything beyond that, say bringing in the creation of an HST or something, that would have to go to the polls, because we didn't put him in power to do that. We put him in power to do what he said he was going to do, and nothing else.
So, I mean, clearly more accountability, more transparency. I mean, these are all the things that people, I think, are demanding in this day and age. And it would seem to me that with the various methods of communication we have and the internet and all of that, that a lot of these things could be streamlined, could be made to happen. You say going to the polls. I wonder if actually physically going to the polls has become passé simply because of the technology that's available to hold accountable politicians to greater account.
Well, if you're taking us down the path to electronic voting, I'll stop you along the way.
Okay.
I think that we always are going to need to vote with a paper ballot so that we can go and check our pencil marks in the event of a recount. And one of the tenets this party stands for, and there's really only three things before we get painted into anything else. Politicians must tell the truth. You can no longer have any private central banks in any nation, and we can't have electronic voting because we have to be able to have a system where nothing could be hacked.
So you just don't trust anybody.
Well, let's not trust people. Let's know things. We have got to a situation right now in the world where most of our decisions, whether they're military or economic or political, are allowed to proceed because the people trust those who are telling them what's happening. We have attributed credibility to certain media outlets and certain politicians. So what they say goes, whether or not it's actually the truth. We need to stop checking with people and start checking into things.
If you have stimulated somebody to want to know more about the Truth Party Project, how do they get a hold of you, or where do they find more information?
I have a website with practically nothing on it. I am literally alone. It's truthpartyproject.org. But if you wanted to hear maybe a little more explosive stuff, you could go to youtube.com/thetruthparty, and then I sort of break down some of the issues and some of the economic issues that we're facing, because the next 18 to 24 months have the potential, when you have systemic dollar collapse nation after nation, once it hits the United States, the entire world outlook is going to be different than anything we've ever known. So we have to address that, and we all need to start talking about it. And that's what we used to do back in the old times. You know, Socrates and people would sit around and discuss politics. And now, through this etiquette of never discuss politics, no one knows what's going on, and eventually it leads to tyranny. Because we just leave things up to the strongest man or group who does. And right now, if you're sitting in a group of men, you're likely to learn a chokehold and not much else.
Truthpartyproject.org.
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
I appreciate it, John.
Take care.
Thank you.
Good talking to you. Jamie Scott, director of the Truth Party Project. Truthpartyproject.org if you're interested in more of what Jamie had to say.